Hello, brothers and sisters. This is Servant Michael. I had previously made a post about Antipas' martyrdom and Apollo's temple, but I didn't get the information correct, so the Lord led me to look up the actual history of ancient Pergamum, where it was, and where he was actually martyred. And so here's my new video about Satan's new seat in Geneva and Satan's old seat and the martyrdom of Antipas. The Lord Jesus Christ said of the church in Pergamos, which is modern-day Turkey, I know thy works and where thou dwellest, even where Satan's seat is, and thou holdest fast to my name, and hast not denied my faith. Even in those days wherein Antipas, my faithful martyr, was slain among you, where Satan dwells. But I have a few things against thee, because thou hast there them that hold doctrine of Balaam, also them that hold doctrine of the Nicolaitans, the thing which I hate. End quote. Which is in Revelation 1:11, 2:12, and 2:14. The people of Pergamum were known as the temple keepers of Asia. The city had 3 temples. One was for the Roman emperor, the goddess Athena, and the altar of Zeus. Many scholars believe this Zeus altar is the throne of Satan mentioned in the book of Revelation. The very fact that Jesus would use this word throne means that Satan felt at home there, as it was his territory and he was the master of that house during that time. Today, all that's left of the city of Pergamum, now in modern-day Turkey, are ruins. But when the Apostle John wrote his letter to the church there, it was one of the most influential cities in the Roman Empire. Pergamum had a unique status that was different than any other city because it was the political center and the location of the 7 churches of Asia Minor, as recorded in the book of Revelation. It was from there that all the rulings were made that affected the whole of Asia Minor. The city's Acropolis rivaled Athens. Greece and its library was the second largest in the ancient world. Its collection was so great that the Roman general Mark Antony presented it as a wedding gift to Cleopatra. Today, all that's left there is the foundation. The altar of Zeus is more than 1,000 miles away. In 1930, German engineers dismantled the altar and took it to Berlin, displayed in the city's Pergamum Museum just in time to inspire one of the most brutal dictators the world has ever seen. In 1902, the recreation of the altar in the Berlin Museum was finished. Many people connect the temple with the rise of Hitler, who was born in April 20th, 1889, just 3 years prior to its completion and the Holocaust. Obama also had a speech in Berlin by the museum in 2017, which may connect to Satan. Number 2. Antipas' martyrdom. In AD 92, according to tradition, Antipas of Pergamum, a personal disciple of the Apostle John, was roasted to death in a brazen bull during the persecutions of Emperor Domitian. The priest martyr Antipas had been made bishop of the Christian church of Pergamum by the Apostle John during the reign of Nero. His witness to the Lord Jesus Christ by word and deed and miracles of healing began turning the people of Pergamum from offering sacrificial worship to idols that can neither see nor hear nor move nor breathe. The pagan priests complained vehemently that he was misleading the people by causing them to commit apostasy from their faith in their ancestral gods by a personal example of moral and spiritual virtue, the firmness of his faith in his God, and his constant preaching about Jesus, the Anointed One. When they demanded that he stop, he refused. He would not submit to their demand to stop preaching Christ and offer sacrifice to the idols. They became enraged and dragged him to the temple of Artemis, and there they drew him into a glowing red-hot copper or brazen metal bowl where they normally put their sacrifices to the idols to cast demons out of their people. He loudly prayed God to receive his soul and strengthen the faith of the Christians, and begged God to forgive those who are inflicting on him this torment. He then departed as peacefully as if he fell asleep. We shall not taste the sting of death, according to Christ. Number 3. Satan's new seat. Revelation 2:13 mentions Satan's seat, where Antipas was martyred. Well, where was he martyred? The temple of Artemis in Ephesus, Turkey, just south of Pergamum. The Zeus temple in Pergamum was disassembled and placed into the Berlin Museum, after which Hitler rose to power and the Holocaust resulted. Today, there is an Apollo temple situated in Pouilly, France, along the outer ring of the Large Hadron Collider. It intersects with Apollo's temple right next to Geneva, Switzerland. Switzerland, in the name of neutrality, is also home to many evil world organizations ruled by Satan, such as 1. The World Economic Forum, 2. World Health Organization, 3. World Trade Organization, 4. International Federation of Red Cross, 5. International Telecommunication Union, 6. Credit Suisse, 7. International Olympic Committee, which is like the World Coliseum, and many more. Also, Switzerland has 374,000 plus bunkers in their mountains, which seems to align with Revelation 6:16, when the sinners ask the mountains to fall upon them to hide them from the wrath of the Lamb, which is Christ. Either you are 100% for God, Christ, or you are against him. Revelation 3:16. Quote, "But since you are like lukewarm water, neither hot nor cold, I will spit you out of my mouth." End quote.